Brilliant. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining the fifth AMA already. Yeah, the fifth one. Time flies. Cool. Yeah. So let's we're gonna start obviously with the ICO, which launched today, which is amazing. Everything is going very well. So I'm happy to talk about that. After that, we have some app updates, followed by our partnership announcement, and then yeah, we're going to answer all your questions. So regarding the ICO, as I mentioned before, everything is going great. We are being very thorough with the data that we're getting in, and please be a little bit patient. We're looking at everything, if the payments are coming through. Also, leave as much details inside of the transfers that you make, because the more details we have, the faster we can confirm. If you're missing out on any details, we try to track you down. But if you really forgot about some payment details, then we have to transfer the money back or the crypto that you transferred in. So please be very thorough with what you send over. It makes our lives a bit easier, and yours probably as well. So cool. Yeah, and obviously the team is here to help you. So if you have any questions, we're here on the chat. Keep in mind we were based in Europe, so we're going to be offline in like a couple of hours, and then we wake up in the morning, and then we start working again. So yeah, we will have a bot answering the questions. Well, announcing that we will be back in the morning. But if you have any questions in the meantime, just don't hesitate to DM us or just leave it in the general chat, and we come back to you to yeah, to answer your questions. So yeah, anything, just reach out. Then we have some app updates. So the core fundamentals are ready, so it's going very well. And now we're working on some tweaks and some very cool implementations. So what we start off working with is the wallet implementation. As you all know, we're going to use the Soulflare wallet, and to reflect the MMAPs that you have earned, we want to have that in the app. So inside of the app, you can see the amount of MMAPs you have, the value of the MMAPs at that moment, compared with the US dollar, a nice graph to show you how much you're earning. It's going to be all there, but it's not the real wallet, so it's displaying the Soulflare data. Okay, then we have as well, we're working on the NFT implementation, so that when you have your profile, you can use an NFT as your profile picture, which is quite cool. And then we're also working on an take it on the road button, and then what happens is that your NFT will also be displayed on the road for other drivers to see. So you can see other NFTs drivers driving around, but if you want to keep yourself being anonymous, obviously you can just turn it off and then no one can see you, but you can just see your own NFT driving around, which in our opinion is quite cool. So that is something that we're working on at the moment. The invite a friend bonus. So if you invite a friend, you get like a small bonus if they install the app. But on top of that, you will also get, when they buy an SPT, a bigger bonus. So that will be all connected with your app. So you have like an invite your friend part inside of the app to increase, obviously, the app downloads. The voting system is something we're defining right now, so that when people start voting on the road, when something happens on the road, for example, a traffic jam or whatever, like what we have explained many times, big part of the project. We're now refining it, and yeah, so we're working on that. Yeah, that's right, Burtanaki. You can also invite, for the ICO, you can invite also people. When they make a purchase, you get a 250 MF bonus. So yeah, don't hesitate to do so. It's all in our blog how to invite someone else. So yeah, definitely feel free to get more people involved. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the voting system is going to be there, and that's yeah, quite cool. We're also working on implementing now speed cameras. Obviously, we have to figure out for every country what are the rules and that kind of stuff. So it's more time intensive, but we're definitely looking into more details on road data, what we're going to put inside of the app. And then obviously, because you guys are first, you have to validate if the data is real that we're putting in there. So you can also earn a little bit more by voting. Is the speed camera really there or not? So that's going to be quite cool. So you guys, the first ones to use the app are capable of earning more in the beginning. And as well, what we're working on right now is the dropping the NFTs and MMAPs on the road. So what we're going to do on top of the earnings above SPT, you also will be able to earn an additional very small amount of MMAPs. And people without the SPT will also earn a very small amount of MMAPs, but not the same amount, obviously, not the amount the SPT will bring, but just a very small amount, just to give them a taste, like how it works, how it looks like, to connect the wallet, to motivate them to buy the SPT as well, because in the end, that's what we're looking for real data. And but the amount is small enough to not offset the SPT earnings, obviously. And on top of that, because we collect more data with more people using the app, because they get very small amounts, the value of the value of the data we could collect is bigger. So it will also help the project grow. So yeah, that's it regarding the app. Then we move on the partnership announcement. So we are very happy to announce that we are working on a collaboration with PlanetWatch. So that's in the making. So PlanetWatch monitors air quality around the world, making use of individual sensors all across the world to measure air quality. When their community is collecting this air quality, they get planets in return, and yeah, that's how they operate. So if you're not familiar with PlanetWatch yet, they're quite big, so probably most of you are. But if you're not familiar with them yet, I would definitely recommend to check them out, because it's an amazing project. It's all about making the world greener and a better place. So it's very interesting. So what we're working on at the moment is to layer their data inside of our app. So, for example, when you drive around on a bicycle, that you can see the air quality around you and even can make decisions to drive a different direction where the air quality is cleaner, but also just to give people a better understanding of the air quality of their surroundings. So that's something that we're working on right now. But we're also working on greener initiatives, like to offset to offset the user's pollution, the driver's pollution. We're going to plant trees, for example, by collecting NFTs. So you can imagine that you're driving around, you're collecting 3 NFTs, and then when you send them over, we can start planting trees in return for the NFTs that you have sent. So that's something we're working on as well. So nothing is defined yet, but these are 2 of the projects, and there are more overlapping interests that we are working on. So we definitely keep you guys posted. But, yeah, I'm super happy to announce that we are working on a collaboration with PlanetWatch. So that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's it for the AMA in general. But yeah, we're here mostly for your questions. So yeah, let's open the stage.
Let me tell one more little thing about the ICO.
Mhm.
Um, some of you have sent from your wallet, from an exchange wallet, directly to our wallets. And if you have done so, that's no problem at all. We have received your tokens, or whatever you have sent, but please, instead of setting the wallet, transit wallet name, please send um, the TX ID, how you transit submitted it. Because in like Binance or others like that, they have a link where it says like, this is the transaction ID, and please send that instead of the your wallet that you have sent it from, so we can check it faster. Else we have to track it more narrow down, and it can take a lot more time. If you have done so, please change that. You can do that in the portal, and if you click the payment button again, then you can change that address. Also, send us DM us directly, so we can check it again when it's updated, and verify your data. So send it to me or Brent or Bertanaki in whatever direct mail, direct message, and then everything will be sorted out for you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. I think that's a very good call. So if you have transferred via an exchange, just reach out. To just double check that everything is fine, that we have all the data. I mean, we're probably able to track you down, but this will speed up the process massively. So definitely, thanks. Cool. From Juno Z. What are the marketing plans in these early stages, if there are any at the moment? Well, there are definitely marketing plans, and they're quite in depth as well. So what we're going to try to do is, my background is marketing, so I know how it's all played. And what I want to try to avoid is to throw money at display advertising or just search ads or that kind of stuff. Because what my understanding is for marketing, what I really found out this couple of years is that it's all about communities. So what we want to focus on now is that's also why I mentioned earlier that we're going to drop small amount of MAps. What this does is that people are going to be interested in this navigation app that gives you a little bit money a day, just to drive around for their data. This will get more people on board as well to make it more even more attractive. What we're planning on, which is not obviously not set in stone yet because we have to look at the legal stuff, but what we can do, we're going to start city by city. So we're going to first roll it out in one city, and then we start rolling it out in different cities as well. We just need a template to see how it works. But we're looking into dropping, for example, Bitcoin once a month in a city, and people, when they drive through the Bitcoin, they will earn it. So it's kind of a lottery to get people more involved in the project. So that's a very interactive way of marketing, and includes people more than just going after search or display ads. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. But yeah, obviously there are a lot of details and a lot of stuff that we need to have to figure out first. But main focus now is getting the project live, getting you guys earning a lot of tokens, and getting everything set correctly, and then we can involve the masses.
It's also rather great not having to spend that advertisement money to the people who are using the app instead of the big companies itself. Else you are paying Facebook, Google, or any other the advertisement platform, and now we can directly send it to the people who are using it and who are loving it already, and then people will tell it eventually. Best marketing is face to face, of course.
And that's also why the refer a friend option inside of the app is also yeah, a boost. Weather exam. Yeah, well, we are collaborating with PlanetWatch, who we're very proud of, and I think that they are the right partner for us. We have a lot of in common, and we had some meetings, and the energy is very well the same level. So I think that this partnership is great. I think Weather exam. I don't know them, so I cannot say if that will be a good partnership or not. We will never say no, but it's just at the moment I think that this is a very, very impressive first step. So we're very happy with PlanetWatch. Let the questions rain. I mean, that's what we're here for. We need a little waiting music for the in between time, like some elevator music, some jazz.
Also, when we first have like PlanetWatch set up, then I think a lot other collaborations would be easier because then we already have the framework of putting something else extra on top of the app.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Fizzer, I believe that Hive Mapper is mostly focused now in the US. It's an interesting one, so we're definitely looking into that. Collaborations, obviously, we can partner up with more, but I think that that the most important thing right now is just take it step by step and focus mainly on our own project. And definitely, if we can partner up with people, we will. If it's a good match, like PlanetWatch. But we're not now actively looking for collaborations, because the first thing what we want to do is make this app as great as possible and get it all over to you guys to use. Yes, that's indeed outdoor air quality data, Mr. Frizzer. That's correct. We're going to start launching it in, if everything goes well, we're going to start launching it in Amsterdam. That's where we trial it.
So everybody get your bikes ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your bike SPT on the back. Grab some great coffee and let's go.
Exactly. That's a good question. At the moment, exchanges are very volatile, and every day I get approached by like 20 exchanges. So at the moment, it's kind of a jungle out there. We want to be careful to partner up with an exchange that can be bankrupt the next month. So for now, we definitely are a bit careful, and we're just going to wait out the storm a little bit and see which exchange we can cooperate with. But yeah, we're looking into it definitely. Yes, now we're using Radium. It's a Solana exchange. I have a feeling that Mr. Balzac is Dutch.
For some reason, I think so too.
For some reason, I have a feeling that that's the case.
Oh, can you travel with the SPT, leave country A and place it in a rental car in country B? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you can just travel around. I mean, we're located worldwide. I mean, we're tracking worldwide, so there's no issue with traveling whatsoever. So you can just go into another car. What we're going to do is we're going to ask people um, to detail more about their car. So if it's driving on gas or driving on electricity, because it gives us more data that would increase the value of our data packages. But yeah, in general, you can definitely travel and just go in a different car and drive around. That's no problem. Sorry, just a question before proceeding with the token ICO buy. In, you got that?
I don't understand the question actually. Well, we have a wallet
Okay,
where
let's go on
we,
to the next one, and then we come back to you, Balzac. One sec.
yeah. Well, we have a wallet where we receive the tokens amount on. If you pay with BNB, we will receive that. We will validate if the transaction really happened, and then we transfer the MS back in the portal. So you will receive on your Solana Soulflare wallet the MF tokens when you pay us with BNB in our. But you can see that in the portal. It's like it already has like a manual for that.
Thanks. If you drive 6 hours, can you use three devices? Yes, you can. We chose 2 hours because it's an average what people drive, and we want to make the earnings fair. But if you have three devices, you can indeed increase your hours. You can also have more devices in different vehicles pointing to one wallet. So if you, for example, your partner drives around or your friend drives around, you can give them all an SPT and install the app and link it with your wallet.
There are no dumb questions in the first instance. But I
There are no
want to
dumb
make
questions.
sure I can handle it that way. I would like to use one mobile that with the app SPT and the other one for or mobile or PC for the Soulflare wallet. Oh yeah, that really doesn't matter. So what you can do is on one phone you have to the app, and the SPT is connected to that, and the Soulflower wallet can be separate from that. So you don't need to have the Soulflower wallet on your phone because it's on the blockchain. What you can do is you can put it on your PC or something like that, and as long as you have the SPT NFT in there, the the earnings from the SPT will go to that wallet.
Must the app be open while driving in order for the SPT data to transfer? Yes, you need to connect it with the app. It doesn't have to be in the front. You can have it running in the background, but we need the app open because we're sending the data via the app to the blockchain. So what happens, or to the network? So what happens is that it gets encrypted inside of the SPT. The encrypted data is sent to your phone via Bluetooth, and then we send it to the network. So it will not, you cannot spoof the data on the phone because it's encrypted already, but we just going via Bluetooth through the internet to the network.
Yes. Make sure it might be that Apple doesn't allow some features of Bluetooth not to work on the background, but I'm not sure exactly if that's going to be the case. Sometimes you have to allow it in the phone itself in the settings, but we will look into that and update you with that.
It's also very difficult with Apple to run apps in the background. So then we can advise to have it running in the front, just as the
Yes,
main app.
yes, yeah,
So it really depends on the device. So that's something that we have to look into, but
100%.
it's, yeah. Just have the questions ready, guys. We're here for you. Yes, so she has to run the app as well when she's earning. So she doesn't need, you can connect your wallet, but she needs the total setup. So she need the SPT and the app because we need to be connected with the internet. Yes, the terms of policy are already completed. You can go into the portal and it's there in the footer.
So Q3, when you plan launching everything, the app, the SPTs, etc.
Exactly. So Q3, everything is looking great, right? So we're now sending over the SPTs. We're working on the certifications with the European certification, the FCC. FCC
Yeah.
is slightly more difficult because it's from for the States, but yeah, we're on track. Q3 definitely in the cards. Depending early mid Q3 is very likely, and Q3 I think actually that we're aiming now for begin mid Q3. So but then again, it really depends on third parties as well, like how fast can they deliver stuff, and how fast can they get the paperwork done. So it's not only up to us, unfortunately. So that's why we still keep saying Q3, because there's a lot of stuff that we cannot, we cannot really take responsibility for, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
As soon as the European certification is done, we already start producing the devices because we know the American certification is less strict in the quality of the restrictions, but it's not self-certification. This means that we have to go to the FCC itself, and then the bureaucracy starts. A couple of times. Then you send it in, documents, you get it back, change this and this, and it's not about the test anymore. It's more about the paperwork. So as soon as we have the certifications, like the test done, then we start producing. So when when we can submit it with the FCC, then we start. Then the devices are already ready for the United States market.
cool. Um, Balzac, LBNB, you will prompt a wallet where I have to transfer the amount. Yeah, so you can just transfer the amount and make sure that you have your Soulflare wallet inside of the the portal, but yeah, you can just transfer the BNB.
Yeah, and we will if you send it again, if you send it from an exchange directly, make sure it's the transaction ID you put instead of the wallet ID you're sending it from, so we can check it faster.
Juni Z, also, could the SPT ever be bought for crypto in the future? Yes, we're working on that. It's very, very likely that we're going to implement that. Obviously, we have to look into the economics behind it, if it's going to make sense, if it's going to give us a boost, probably it will. So yeah, very likely that we're going to make that option available.
So
Balzac, maybe we can just you can DM us. I think that's better than we can just put your mind at ease. Then we can just go through it step by step, so you
yeah,
feel safe when as
that's
soon you're.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you also can easier send a screenshot of where at what step you are, and then we can help you through it.
And make sure you reach out to us and not the other way around, because there are a
Yeah,
lot of scammers out there.
yeah. Beware.
It's incredible, but be careful, guys, because it's really it's not pleasant to be scammed. So always reach out to us, and we will reply, but never the other way around.
Yes, I even saw
Right.
they copied my picture on Telegram. I was like, hey, I don't believe there's another hamster guy like that on on Telegram, so I'm going
Yeah.
to block him.
Exactly. All right. More questions. We are now, so please shoot. Very much appreciate it, really. We're working very hard, but we couldn't do this without you guys. So it's always nice to get these compliments. Um, yeah, it's just as I mentioned in the earlier AMA, it's so much fun to work on this project, and then getting the support from you guys as well. It gives us the extra boost to work hard, and yeah, it's going so well so far. It's incredible. So thanks for all your support, because without you guys, it was we couldn't do it. So thanks. Yes, I will send you the link. I will DM the link to you.
Oh, oh, oh.
Kiriko.
She they will DM you first, and then you will send the link.
Yeah,
Never,
yeah, but
we
I
never
already
DM.
talked with him.
We never
I
DM
already talked
first.
with him in the DM.
Keep it sharp,
Cool. More questions?
or we can just put it in this message, the general message. Might be
Yeah,
better,
exactly. I
so
think
everybody can
if
see the terms
everyone,
and conditions, terms of
yeah,
policy. Sorry.
but yes,
Yeah,
if everyone
we will
is
just put it
happy with all the.
in the general chat so everybody can see it. No problem.
More questions, good.
Okay, I think this
Yeah, we
this
could
concluded
sum
it.
it up.
Maybe last question.
Yeah,
Well,
it's the sales are going good. There's just like we need to um we need to validate everything first, so we cannot share any numbers. But if you want to follow how the ICO is going, you have an average on your portal. So when you log in, you can see how many have been um, verified and sold. It's not the total amount, because they're like we have sold more, but obviously we need to verify it first. So you can yeah you can just log in and keep track. Right.
it was a busy day
Okay,
though,
let's do two more
verifying it.
questions and then. Sorry.
It was a busy day verifying.
Yeah, it's very
Lots of
busy. Yeah,
verifications,
so
lots of
it's a
sales.
good sign. Okay, let's get two more questions.
Good.
Yes, that's correct. A full week. on the 7th, and then the token will increase. So we have an entire month, but then the next week the token will increase in value.
In price.
In price, sorry. Correct.
Great.
Awesome. I think that sums it all up. So cool.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And
There's one more on the
one
finish
more.
line. One more. Yeah, we can do one more from Alex. All right.
Okay. All right.
You're right.
Great.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day.
Yes. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and just reach out to us if you have any more questions. Then we're here for you.